Hi, Simon Bradbury from Thomas Morris Sales and Letting. Wanted to give you an update on some of the market activity that's been happening in the last few months. Actually, we've had a very busy month in August, but I thought it would be useful to look back at some statistics for the last quarter to iron out any particular statistical anomalies. So I'm going to have a chat with you about the sales market, the rental market, some information on house prices and mortgages, and then I'm going to finish off with a bit of advice if you or if you know anybody who's thinking of moving home within the next 6 to 9 months. So what's been happening on the sales side at Thomas Morris? Well, in the last 3 months, that's June, July, August of 2020 compared to June, July and August of 2019, we've seen a 28% increase in new instructions. That's quite significant, but not as significant as the increase we've seen in sales agreed. That's 32%. That's a 32% increase on agreed sales in the same period between now and 2020 and 2019. But that data doesn't just prove the market is active on its own. There are other sources that are confirming the situation too. For example, Rightmove have reported their busiest day ever in terms of visits, and they also reported the highest number of sales agreed on their website since it was 20% up on March 2017. The Bank of England have reported that they've seen a 50% increase on approved mortgages, and Nationwide have also just announced the largest increase in house prices in the last 16 years or so. All of these indicators show that we've got a very strong sales market. The letting market is still very strong too. On average, we have 8 qualified applicants chasing each property, though interestingly, rents have not gone up. Perhaps they've gone up marginally, but not very much. So we have 8 applicants on average ready to check out any property that we have for rent. The other interesting thing to talk about with regard to letting is the recent change in legislation, which means that landlords now are required by law to give at least 6 months notice. So that's something to remember if you're a landlord or thinking of becoming a landlord in this very active lettings market, in which we agreed in August 23% more lets agreed than we did in August 2019. Overall, I would say, if you want some advice on what's going to happen, nobody knows, of course, what's going to happen to this marketplace for either sales or lettings over the next few months. But my advice, if you're thinking of moving home within the next 6 to 9 months, or if you know anybody who's thinking of moving home, my very strong advice is to get your property on the market in the next 8 weeks. That's for a number of reasons. Firstly, we know we have an active market at the moment. We don't know how long this hyperactivity is going to keep on going. But secondly, and probably more importantly, part of this activity has a lot to do with the stamp duty holiday, which of course is due to end on March the 31st. So some basic figures. If you're looking to sell a property, I would say you need to allow approximately an average of 12 weeks from the time the sale is agreed through to exchange of contracts. And you're obviously going to want a bit of marketing time there, so that's 5 months, perhaps throw in an extra month for luck. So if you're looking to move home in the foreseeable future, my very strong advice is to put your house on the market as soon as you can. If you have any questions on that, please contact your local Thomas Morris branch. We'll be delighted to help you.